Wayne Rooney failed to rise to the expectations of the nation. Reigning champions Italy couldn't make the final 16. The French team fell to pieces in anarchy. The Nigerian team have been punished by their own government for their perceived dismal performance. Well, amidst all the disappointment and recrimination, who's been the true star of the World Cup? Well, arguably, we think, a man who's not set foot on the pitch. Argentina's coach and deified hero, Diego Maradona. Here's Peter Marshall.
Si yo fuera Maradona, viviría como él. Si yo fuera Maradona.
In exasperation, in excelsis, he's always in his element. This man contains multitudes. While his Argentina team win on the field, Diego Maradona performs on the touchline.
Si yo fuera Maradona.
In an Argentine restaurant in London, the decor is inevitably football. And at the centre of it all, as in a shrine, there's Diego. For 30 years, Jimmy Burns has been following Maradona, a subject who seems larger than life and bigger than death.
This is a guy who has come back from the point of death. I've lost count how many times, through drug abuse, through drink abuse, through not looking after his weight, and who yet has this incredible capacity to endure and to survive. That's the human side. The other side, which is obviously his sporting side, is this genius.
Going at them again. Brilliant run by Maradona. Fantastic goal. Unbelievable. As Burruchaga to his left and Valdano to his left. He won't need any of them. Oh, you have to say that's magnificent.
It can be, suddenly can be good, suddenly can be bad. It's a sinner, it's a saint. It's this, is that. It's black, it's white. Never in between.
He has obviously two packs of demons. I mean, one demon is clearly within himself, and he can't sort of just pass the buck on that one. And the other one is the demons that have surrounded him. I think throughout his life, almost from an early age, in the shanty town, he was exploited. I mean, he was sort of identified by a scout when he was very, very young. At the age of 6 or 7, he was made to perform almost like a circus animal.
Maradona from the slums of Buenos Aires was a celebrity by his teens, a superstar by 20. He played in the World Cup, scored sensationally and got sent off. It was just after the Falklands War, and Diego had become the face of a nation in recovery.
Football, politics, war all come together. And later on, coming to now, I mean, I think he has become the populist element, the populist kind of crowds and fans that he has behind him, dovetail with a sort of move in Latin America generally towards the sort of popular left-wing governments of, say, Chavez in Venezuela, Morales in Bolivia, and to a certain extent, Cristina Fernandez and her husband Ernesto Kirchner in Argentina, the left of the Peronist Party.
After winning one World Cup and infuriating England with the hand of God, his left, Maradona's flaws started to eclipse his genius. Again, the catalyst was a World Cup. He was rescued by another politician, one Fidel Castro.
Fidel almost came in effortlessly into the world of Maradona because, of course, Diego, when he was expelled from the World Cup in the United States for testing positive for illegal substances, immediately took on this sort of anti-US rhetoric and claimed that there was a huge CIA conspiracy behind the whole thing. And of course, wind the film on, and you got Diego having to recover from his latest bout of drugs, and being offered this lovely clinic in Havana to sort of drain out by his friend Fidel.
I was in a coma. My daughter said to me, Daddy, Daddy, live for me. The youngest one.
The last decades seen Maradona's addictions to food, drink and drugs and various scandals. And now there's his latest resurrection as the coach of the national team. While some in Argentina view him as literally divine, the artist Ricardo Cinali depicts Maradona as a false god.
He has this kind of Christ element. He's well known everywhere. He's almost like a figure that everybody knows about him.
Unlike swathes of this month's matches, Diego Maradona is never dull. He cuddles his team, who apparently adore him, but Maradona says he doesn't want this misunderstood.
You're very affectionate with your players, lots of hugs and kisses. Can love help win the World Cup? And are you naturally affectionate with everybody? Or is this something that you learned as a player?
I prefer women. I'm dating Veronica. She's 31 years old. She's blonde. She's beautiful. It's not as I'm not breaking my wrist, man.
He was never going to be PC, neither decorum nor politesse are Maradona strong suits, but he is once again a winner, for now at least.
You never quite know what's going to happen with Diego. I mean, I suppose that's what makes watching him in this World Cup so fascinating, because you know, it could all end up in huge celebrations, or it could all end up in tears, and along the way you never know what he's going to do.
Peter Marshall with that report.